영어 news.
A K-pop artist Winter is being nearly cancelled in Korea. Some of her fans protested by dispatching trucks to display their complaints about a recent rumor that she is dating Jungkook, one of the members of BTS. The trucks were sent in front of a company's building, and they said erase the couple tattoos or quit BTS. Or if you want to date that conspicuously, just live as common Kim Min-jung, not aespa Winter. During this SBS 가요대전, where many artists gather to perform and interact with the fans, the crowd even seemed to ignore her name and introduction.
aespa Merry Christmas 圣节快乐然后
It's still controversial for pop stars to date publicly. Park Jun-hyung of G.O.D once said tearfully, a well-known quote, "I am 32, okay?" at a press conference after his dating was disclosed.
영어 news.
Special Counsel of Korea demanded the death penalty for the former President Yoon. Former President of Korea, Yoon Suk-yeol, has been impeached as a result of declaring martial law and sending troops to the National Assembly on December 3, 2024, which Korea's judicial branch regarded as a great harm to the Constitution. But he's still in the middle of a judgment that deals with the criminal case of treason. Recently, Special Counsel team requested the death penalty for former President Yoon, which is the heaviest penalty for his charge. Since a couple of conservative presidents have been imprisoned and released a few years later, Judge Ji, who is drawing many people's attention, is expected not to sentence him as the council demanded. The interesting point is that President Yoon once requested the same penalty for President Jeon Do-hwan, a dictator of the 80s, when he was in a mock trial at his law school.
영어 news.
The benchmark of South Korea's stock market, KOSPI, exceeded 5,000 momentarily. Korea Composite Stock Price Index, KOSPI, was introduced in 1983 and has shown remarkable increase during Korea's development and growth based on heavy and chemical industries. But it started growing more slowly despite the efforts of the Korean government and corporations in high-tech sectors such as Samsung and SK. Experts attributed this to the geopolitical risk of the Korean peninsula and non-shareholder-friendly practices of the market. After Lee Jae-myung, who promised KOSPI 5,000 era as a candidate, was elected the president, KOSPI has gone up and reached the goal he mentioned. Nonetheless, some professionals warn about the volatile market. According to Hankyung News, an eminent analyst could not but leave his company because he claimed against his firm that KOSPI was increasing too sharply and it could face a correction.
영어 news.
A woman who severed her husband's genitalia was sentenced 7 years in prison. She tracked his whereabouts by using tracker and hiring a private detective and suddenly cut his genitalia off with a knife and flushed it into the toilet at a local cafe in Ganghwa-do, Incheon. The judge mentioned that she didn't mean to murder him in light of the fact that she had stabbed only his lower body. But the most terrible point is that the one who tied up the husband at the cafe was actually his son-in-law.
영어 news.
A far-right activist resumed rallies, insulting former comfort women just 1 day after being questioned by police during condemnation from civic groups. Other far-right figures later joined the press conference defending his claims, insisting the comfort women have been employed through legal processes. Kim Byung-hun, the representative of relevant group, also demanded that Korean President Lee Jae-myung apologize to him for calling him a malign beast on his official Facebook page. Meanwhile, a bill to punish the spread of false information about comfort women passed the National Assembly subcommittee.
영어 news.
Singer and actor Cha Eun-woo of Astro has issued a public apology after being notified by South Korea's National Tax Service of more than 20 billion won, roughly $13 million, in additional taxes, raising suspicions of tax evasion. In an Instagram statement, Cha said he was deeply sorry for causing concern and reflected on whether he had fulfilled his duty as a taxpayer. Currently serving in the military, he denied the claims that his enlistment was intended to avoid the investigation, explaining that he enlisted before the tax probe was concluded due to timing issues. Tax authorities reportedly judged a one-person agency set up by Cha's mother to be a paper company created to lower tax rates. Cha's side has appealed the decision, and his agency Fantagio said the matter has not yet been finalized and will be addressed through legal procedures.
영어 news.
Did you know that there is a Gangnam Style statue in South Korea? One of the districts of Seoul, Gangnam-gu made this statue in 2016 after Psy's song Gangnam Style went viral worldwide. Some people may remember that Liam Gallagher once visited this place and uploaded a picture of him standing in front of the statue. But most of Koreans don't find it very unique or interesting because erecting statues has become the cliche strategy often used by politicians to attract tourists. Even Psy himself commented on it, saying, "It was too much. I just did my job and didn't anything for saving the country. I am thankful, but I don't think it was appropriate," in an interview with a daily sports newspaper.
婴儿 news